I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you, guys. I miss you. 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 I hope I have good signal up here. I'm going up in the through the meadows and through the woods. So I don't know how good the signal is, but hopefully it's good enough. Hopefully it's good enough. Hopefully it's good enough. What's up, Din Din? Hi, my Din Din. You're like my auntie in the Caribbean. It's my Caribbean auntie. That's what you are. You're my Caribbean auntie. I knew eventually I was gonna, figure out what it was, who you were to me. You're my Caribbean auntie. That's what it is. Great to catch me live. Great to catch me live too. Look, I'm happy to catch me live. All right, I'm trying to find out where my people are located today. Um, I have no idea where they're located actually today, but I'm gonna find it. Oh wait, this looks like this might. Bam! Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. So I'm just gonna park over here and talk to y'all for a little bit. Talk to y'all. Oh, this say permit parking, security, president. Oh no. Permit, security, permit parking. Oh, I'm not trying to get no ticket. I don't want no ticket. So I'm gonna have to figure out where we allowed to park at. It looks like some of my staff are back here parked though, from the look of the cars out here. Some of these cars I know. Some of them I don't. Tanika Buckley, you're listening while you at work. What's up, boo? How are you? I'm so glad. Tech Center Vice President, Facilities. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with they parking spaces because I feel like I might get jammed up. Let me go around here and see where I could possibly park. But I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit because I need to talk to my friends. Yes, I need to talk to my friends. I hope all of y'all are doing well. I'm hanging in there, y'all. I'm hanging in there. As y'all can see, I put up a couple shorts just to let y'all know how I was feeling. But I'm hanging in there, y'all. I have my good days, I have my bad days. But I'm hanging in there. Listen, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm hanging in there. Do you understand me? I'm hanging in there. For real, for real. Because it's not easy. Why did it say reserved parking? Like, where are we supposed to park at? You know what? I'm going to sit here and talk to y'all for a little while until I find me a space. How about that? We're going to sit in the shade. So how are y'all doing? I miss y'all. Guess what month it is, y'all? Who can guess? Look at my natural puff, y'all. Who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess? It is Nista's birthday month. And I had somebody say to me, a good friend of mine said, yup, Tanika, you be on it. They said to me, what can you get a person for their birthday that have everything? I don't have everything. I don't know who lied to them, but it's the funny thing. You never know how other people perceive your life. You may perceive it one way, but somebody else perceives it another. And I don't have everything, but in their eyes, I do. So that's why you have to count your blessings, because to some people, you have everything. And then in your eyes, you like, I don't. It's so many other things I want. So it made me realize, again, that I'm blessed, and when I have those bad days, those trying days, because I'm not going to say they're bad days, because as long as I'm living, they're not bad days, but they're trying, they're hard. um it's a press. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to remember that somebody thinks I have everything. You know what I mean? So yes, October 30th is my birthday, guys. October 30th is my birthday. I will be 45 years old. I know some people think like, oh my God, you're so young, you're so young. But let me tell you something. Age is nothing but a number, because I've been through so much at an early age. I had to grow up so fast. And I thank God that I had enough wisdom to constantly keep in contact with him some kind of way. I may have kept in contact with him through trials, tribulations, heartache, pain, or even in the midst of victories. I kept in contact with the Lord, and I'm thankful for it because I've went through a lot in my 45 years here. That took a lot out of me just to think about it. I've done a lot. You know what I mean? I've done a lot, and I've been through a lot in 45 years. And when people think you're young, we need to stop saying to people, "Oh, you still young. You don't know my story. You don't know how much stuff got compacted in 45 years." Do you know you can have so much stuff compacted in 45 years that some people haven't done in 60? You can have so much compacted in 45 years that some people didn't do in 70. You can have so much compacted in 45 years that some people didn't do at 80. So stop saying that because you don't know. I bought my house as a kid. Now I sit back and look at it. I'm like, that's a rarity. 23 years old. These 23-year-olds right now is just still trying to figure out how to fill out an application and write a signature because they didn't learn cursive in school. Meanwhile, I was sitting at a notary at the realtor's office at 23 years old at a table with a notary, the realtors, the homeowner I'm buying the house from, and all these other people signing mortgage papers. And I went back and pulled out the papers and looked at them, and they got this yellow tint to them. Think about it. In 45 years, I raised twins. I went to school. I've had heartache, pain, sickness, surgeries, mental breakdowns. Oh my God. Different types of jobs, hustles, habits and hobbies, bad ones and good ones. New relationships became no relationships, old relationships that are still good relationships. That's a lot in 45 years. No wonder I get tired and winded often. Really. Life will put wear and tear on you. If I had to wear on my face everything that I've endured and everything that I've overcome and everything that I've pushed past and struggled with, or the mental abuse, um, the physical, the mental, the emotional, I would look a hot mess. And to some people, people may say, "Oh, you do look a hot mess." But I'm gonna tell you something. No, I don't. No, I don't. Because when I look in the mirror, I still see peace. I still see beauty. I still see light. Some people look in the mirror and they see darkness. I still see light. And I'm so happy that when I look in the mirror, I still see light. I can still see the white of my eyeballs. Do you know how many people I know my age that their eyeballs is like yellow or bloodshot or dark and have spots all in it? Like, that's stress. That's a sign of everything that's going on behind the eyeballs is coming to the forefront. I still got the pure white of my eyes with everything that I've been through and go through, with all the different medications I have to take. You know what I mean? I still have all my teeth. They may not be straight, but they will be because I'm going to get braces. But I'm saying these are all my teeth still. You know, um, I'm thankful. Been me now. My phone had run. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Make sure you can hear me because my phone rung. I had to call them back. Yes, so I'm going. I'm trying to do stuff for me. So anyway, I wanted to get on here. I was thinking, what do I want to do for my birthday? And I know some people may think like this is not a birthday gift. For me, it's a birthday gift because mentally I need it because it helps me to have clarity and it makes me feel good. I have ADHD. A lot of people know this. So with ADHD comes a lot of sensory things, comes a lot of visual things, a lot of things that you have to do with your surroundings to help you manage it. I'm getting my house deep cleaned and I'm not doing it myself. That's my birthday gift to myself. I know my kids there and I have my mom over from time to time, but I want it deep cleaned. I want somebody because physically I can't do it. I'm going to burn myself out. I've done it and then I was down for 2 days. I want my baseboards done. I want my walls scrubbed. I want the nooks and the crannies done. I want the refrigerator, even though the refrigerator is new, I still want it dumped out. And I want to go behind all the furniture, move everything out, and just make the house smell new, clean the silk. I want deep, 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 deep down south cleaning. Scrub the enamel, scrub the cement with a brush and soap and bleach. Like, I want that type of deep cleaning. That's going to be my birthday gift to myself. Not a pocketbook, not this, that, and the third. One of my gifts to myself is deep cleaning. I want my bedroom deep, deep clean. That's what I want for myself. So I reached out on this app called Thumbtack. And I've been doing my homework and trying to find a good place, because I'll know people that'll refer people, but I need somebody that really knows what they're doing. I don't want somebody to just be like, oh yeah, I know how to clean. Like, no, I need somebody that been cleaning and know how to clean, because back in the day, that's all they used to do was clean. I need somebody to understand that I don't want to see no scum, no dirt. I don't want to see nothing around the shower that resembles a little bit of mold. I want it to be clean. You see what I'm saying? If you got to get down there with a scraper, that's the kind of clean I want. So that's what I'm going to do for my birthday. I'm going to get that done. I just sent out a couple messages on that app, Thumbtack. They got a whole lot of services on this app too, I must say. Who does the deep clean? Yeah, I have a couple people that reached out to me from the app, and I read their reviews, and their reviews were really, really good. So that's what I want. Like, I want it to be nice. I'm starting to realize that as I get older, all this material stuff is good. And don't get me wrong, y'all know I like nice stuff for reasonable price. But I'm really starting to take a lot of joy in my surroundings and how I want them to look. And that's what I want. That's what I want to do for my birthday. I know I got to do it on my own. I don't have a lot of people to give me gifts and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that because my family is very, very, very small. So people will be like, well, such gonna get this. I told my kids what I wanted. It's two things that I wanted from them. And if they get those two things, I'm elated and happy. Because I would have got them for myself, but they said they were going to get them. So I'm elated and happy with it. So I gave up on getting someone. I clean little by little. Oh, then it get hard, right? It's hard to find somebody that's really, really good. But I'm claiming that this girl and her team are going to be amazing, because that's what I need. That's what I want. I want something. I want an amazing, amazing experience. And then it'll be something that I might invest in every month. You never know. You know, it's good to find little hustles to be able to pay for the things that you really, really like and enjoy in life, that you enjoy and that you can see. Like when I was at the casino all the time, that was like temporary dopamine rush that when you went home, you realized you had messed up and now you're all jacked up. So now when I do, I'll be on the cruise ship and I love it and I have a good time, because that was the purpose, for me to get on there and have that good time. But when I was doing that at home and I was losing and nothing was really happening, oh my God, you know, oh my gosh, it's just not it. I'll give you a prime example. I have a girlfriend that I used to, she was like a casino buddy. Her name is Yolanda. And I met up with her last weekend for the first time in like 2 years, because we wanted to see each other. A lot of things have happened over the past and over time. And we had met over at Harris. And that used to be my spot. Everybody knows that. And I was sitting there and I was so unimpressed. It felt good to be unimpressed, but I was just like, I really used to sit in here all night long, like all night long. People smoking cigarettes, people cussing and talking all loud and belligerent and drunk, and everybody's in everybody's face, and I was just like, I don't like this. I don't like it. And I don't have no shade, no tea for nobody else that's into that. But I just really outgrew it. And I was sitting there looking at her, and she was like, well, I'm going to go in the smoking section. And I'm like, you still smoke? And she was like, I know I need to quit. And I'm just looking, and then the whole time she's just talking about like how her money ain't right, and she hate to ask her husband for money, and I'm thinking to myself, you gotta ask your husband for money. But then I'm thinking to myself, she probably do have to ask her husband for money because he know that she's always at the casino. So I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at her, and I had I'm just sitting there and I'm looking, and I started feeling bad for her. I started feeling bad because I remember being stuck like that. Like, I remember that, like, after a while, nothing else was pleasing. Like, you could not think of anything else to do that was fun besides get up and go to the casino. And that's how it was for her. Like, she said to me, she was like, I don't want to do nothing else. Ain't nothing else to do. It's boring. And I'm like, what you mean it's boring? Like, well, I'm always in the house. And she was like, I don't like this, being retired stuff, because she's retired now. I don't like this. And because of my leg, I can't go back to work. So I can't make the money I want to make to be able to go out the way I want to go out. And I was just like, wow. She was like, I used to be able to, if I lost, I could go do all this overtime and make the money up. And I was just like, hey, Erica. And I was just looking, and I'm like, wow. And I'm just looking around, and I'm just like, this is not fun. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. So, like you said, then I grew. I really have grown. But with this growth, when one thing goes, something else comes into play and replace it. And now I'm aware, and I notice different things about myself that I'm working on. And one of them is that attention deficit disorder. That ADHD is real. It messes with your memory. It messes with your cognitive skills. It messes with your focus. It messes with your being able to organize. And I noticed that if people really sat down and took the time to research ADHD and adult ADHD, a lot of people in the casino have ADHD. They're there because of the stimulation, the dopamine release that it gives you. It makes you feel good. It entertains, and it helps you with all those that scatteredness, because you have the lights and you have the noise. And even though you win in money, even if you lose the money, you notice you're still sitting there and you still want more, 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 because it helps. Because when you go home, you still got all this going on, but you're not releasing any dopamine because there's no outside stimulation. There's no outside stimulation to deal with all that's going on the inside. So once I like really started looking into it and realized, like, I need to work on me. I really need to work on me. I can't please everybody else. I got to work on me. That's when I started to realize a lot of stuff about myself, you know. But one thing about Nista, I'm not ashamed of nothing. And that's one of the biggest things somebody told me. They said the reason why you're able to live in your truth is because you don't hide it. You don't care what people may say or how they may throw dirt on you or whatever. And I said, it's the truth. I mean, what they gonna say? I was this, I was that, I was this, that. I said my daggone self. Like, you can't hold me in that jail. I'm not gonna let nobody hold. It's nothing. But you want to talk about this? You want to talk about that? Let's talk about it. But if we gonna talk about it, be ready to talk about you too. You gotta be ready to talk about you too. Cause don't try to push your stuff up under the rug, in the back, while you talking about other people's stuff. No, if you could give out lickings, you better be able to take a licking and keep on ticking. And that's me. That's just it. So I know I said a mouthful, y'all, but I'm learning a lot. I'm hoping and praying to God that every time I get on here, I am helping somebody realize you too can make it. It's not easy. What's up, Ange? It ain't easy, y'all. It ain't easy. The mind be playing tricks on us. I don't know if y'all remember that song back in the day. My mind's playing tricks on me. Dun, 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 dun. I forget the name of that group that used to sing that. I forget the name of that group, but it was a little midget in the group. I think he died. It was a little midget in the group. But anyway, yeah, the mind, listen, You got to regulate this thing, because this right here will determine what it is that you're going to do in life, if you're going to be successful, if you're going to be a procrastinator. And I watched this meme, and this meme talked about this lady. Actually, it wasn't even a meme, it was a lady. She said procrastination is a spirit of poverty. That thing hit so hard. And I know some people may think, oh, I don't believe in it. Most people that procrastinate are poverty stricken in some area of their life. It may not be poverty, financial poverty, but they're lacking in some area of their life because they have that procrastination that's overtaking them in so many areas of their life. That procrastination is the spirit of poverty. And I was like, I can't keep procrastinating. And a lot of times we procrastinate if it's something that we really don't want to put our minds around, because putting your mind around it means you don't quite understand it. It doesn't come easy to you. So now you got to actually think, focus, and figure it out. And when you really got to sit down, think, focus, and figure it out, you're going to have fear that you may not be successful in it. So you put it to the side. You put it to the side. Oh, I ain't got to do that right now. Put it to the side. I ain't got to do that right now. I'll put it to the side. Knowing in the back of your mind that if you just get that task, or finish the goal, or finish what you started, you know that if you get it done, you're going to feel so good. Now, that dopamine rush will be amazing. That dopamine rush is amazing. Anytime you wash your clothes and then you finally fold them and put them away, do you know how good you feel? Especially if it was a time where you did it all in one day. That feeling is amazing. Or if you said, I'm going to clean my bathroom every week on this day, or every day I'm going to freshen up X, Y, and Z, and you actually did it and you met that short-term goal, that dopamine rush is amazing. I'm telling you. If you said you want to save $1,000 by in 30 days, and then you finally do it, oh my God, that dopamine rush is just so amazing. It's just so amazing. Okay? So set little goals for yourself. You're not going to get that instant dopamine rush that we chase when we're looking for instant satisfaction. No. When you're looking for that instant satisfaction, that's when you get in the crazy situations that I was just talking to you about. You don't want to be in them crazy ass situations that I was just talking about. You don't want to do that to yourself. It ain't even worth it. But if you set these small goals and you achieve them every week, or even small ones every day, the dopamine rush is amazing. And it will push you to try and do it some more. Now, don't get me wrong. The devil going to get in the way. Your flesh is going to get in the way. You're going to start telling yourself up here, I don't feel like it. Oh, I'm just so drained. Because that's what we do to ourselves. We do that a lot. But if you can get past that and push and do it, you're going to feel so much better. That's why I call the deep cleaning person. That's what I'm working on. I said, I saved up some money. I am going to, at first I was like, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. I'm like, man, I need this deep cleaning done. And I'm not doing it because my back hurt. My stomach, if I pull and strain anymore, the doctor said it's not good. I'm going to get the deep cleaning done. I'm doing that for me. I work hard enough for me. Over these 45 years, I bust my behind. I remember when my kids was little and I had first got my house, I did not have a mop. I went to the little five and dime store we had and I got a hand scrubber, and I would get on my hands and knees. I didn't even have a bucket. I filled the sink up with water, hot water, soap, and dish detergent. And I got the hand thing and I would sit it on the floor and scrub on my hands and knees. Get some more water from out the sink, scrub on my hands and knees. I was like 24 doing it. I deserve a deep cleaner to come in my house and do it for me now. In my little 45 years, I did a lot. More than some people doing their 60, 70, or 80 years. I deserve it. Darn it, I deserve it. And I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get it. So I'm going to go up in this job now. I just wanted to touch base with y'all and let y'all know it's October. It's Nista season. Yes, it is. It's Nista season. I did not have any coffee today, so I feel a little loopy. But I did eat me something, which is really, 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 really good. I'm glad that I ate something. But I am at a college today, and I'm going to go in and check on my staff to see how they're doing, to make sure that they don't need me for anything, and to make sure that everything is running smooth and copacetic. And I needed to check in with y'all and just let y'all know what was going on with me. Last night I did sleep much better. I did sleep. Hey, spinning wind, how are you, sweetie? I did sleep much better last night, so that was good. And yeah, calling on Jesus in the middle of the night trying to go sleep, it works. I'm telling you, hey, try it. I had to do it a whole lot the night before, but tonight it kicked in all the way because I slept good. So I love y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm sending love, light, and prayers your way. Don't be dismayed. Don't be deterred. Don't let people take you off your center. And if you're not on your center and you don't know what your center is, then you need to pray about it. Get in a quiet place. Don't be afraid to be by yourself sometimes, because that's when you learn who you really, 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 truly, truly are. And then you'll figure out what things you need to work on to be a better version of yourself. Because when you are around other people, there's a lot of noise in the background, and you'll start to identify with the people that you're around, and you'll get consumed with other people's issues, and they don't even belong to you. So take time for yourself. Find out who you are. Find out what it is that you like. And then when you find out what it is that you like, figure out what you need to do to make it happen, so you can live the best life that God would have you to live. He doesn't want you to be stressed. He doesn't want you to be in poverty. He doesn't want you to be sick. He doesn't want you to be broke, busted, and disgusted. He doesn't want you to be depressed, sad, angry, upset. He doesn't want you to have low self-esteem. He doesn't want you to worry. He doesn't want you to be weary. He wants you to trust him. And when I decided to trust him, even when my body is saying no, I still force myself and say, you going to trust him. You going to trust him. He's never forsaken you. He's never failed you. He's kept you. So you may feel bad today, but remember his promises and remember what he said to you. It's going to be all right. Keep pushing. I know you feel like crap, but remember, joy comes in the morning. Weeping may endure for a night. Joy comes in the morning. Press towards the mark of the higher calling. Seek him. Call on him. He'll make a way out of no way. I'm a firm, firm, firm testament to that. I'm really, really a great example of no way that he's made out of some way. I am a great example. I wish you can go back. A lot of my videos I put on private. But if you see the foolery and the things that I used to do, I was always for God. And that was one thing people couldn't understand, is how is she able to talk about God all the time, still, show God reverence and all this, and she's just out of pocket. She funny, she fun, but she just be saying whatever. I still have that in me. That is a part of my flesh. Don't get it twisted. Certain things will trigger me. But I know my triggers now, and I stay away from them because I'm trying to go somewhere higher in God. And I know that this world and the people of this world can't do for me what God can do for me. I'm going to say it again. That the I'm back. I'm sorry. Like I said, I know that the people of this world, in this world, can't do for me what God can do for me. I keep certain people around me for a reason and for a season. If God tells me to let them go, I let them go. Even if I don't see why I have to let them go, or even if I don't want to because it may hurt, or even if I don't want to deal with the conflict or the negativity that comes with it, or the pushback. I do what God tells me to do, regardless of what anybody thinks. Because some people have a false perception of how God works. Some people have a misconception also on the relationships that God has with the people he has it with. Some people have a misconception on how you really, really have to come to God. You know what I mean? And that is their business. That is, I feel for them, because they're living in a place of darkness when they really don't have to. But they've gotten so caught up in the commercialism of God and what they think God is supposed to look like based off of TV and what they were shown in the past and their illusion, that they think they have to stay away from him. because of the mess that they're in. Don't you know that you, even in the midst of your sins and all the crazy stuff that you do, if you still continue to call on God and you still continue to speak of him and reverence him, eventually the atmosphere is going to change. It don't have no choice but to change. I used to say in my live streams, and only the OGs on here remember, I used to say, you are watching me, and it's not going to always be the same. I used to say, you're going to see me change, y'all. You're going to see changes. You're going to see me change. I ain't going to be always be the same. I ain't always going to be talking about what I'm talking about. Enjoy it for now. But I'm telling you, if I keep talking about God, I'm going to change, and you're going to change too. You're going to change too. Because I'm not going to turn my back on him, because he ain't never turned his back on me. Regardless of what I've ever done, one thing I always remind y'all, God has always been the center of my life. And I know just because we may have sinful, toxic behaviors doesn't mean that I can't speak his name, bring her up, talk about his mercy and his grace, because I'm in that space. A lot of people get caught up because if you speak of God, you talk about God, and you praise him and you reverence him, even in the midst of your darkness, people will judge you and say, yeah, you got to watch them church folks. You got to watch them holier than thou people. You got to watch them people that talk about God. No, you got to watch those people that don't talk about God. You got to watch those people that are comfortable in the dark and never mention God. You got to watch those people that have God issues. You got to watch those people that have issues with those that speak the word, even in the midst of their sin. Okay? Let me tell you something. God wants the sinner. He's not calling for the saints. If he's calling for the saints, he's calling for them to come and pray and to intercede on people's behalf that are struggling. So if you got those people in your life that making you feel like you're not worthy of God's mercy and grace, he said he shines on the just and the unjust. Don't let people push you away from God because you're not living up to the standard that they have in their head. Because a lot of them people ain't even read the Bible before. They don't even know what's in the book. Because if they knew what was in the book, they would know that you're doing the right thing. Because after a while, things have to change when you continue to bring up the Lord. The space and the atmosphere has to move if you continue to bring up the Lord. If people knew who God was and they knew his word, they would know that even in the midst of your sin, if you continue to have God, eventually you're going to come out of that thing. But people think that you only can represent him or bring him up because you holy. Some people are not there yet. But if you read your word, you would know. You would know. I stayed telling people, like I said, the OGs, like Aunt Tracy, it's OGs in here. I used to always say it. Yeah, I used to have a curse jar as one of my emojis. I used to have all kinds of stuff. And I used to ask, I said, Lord, the Lord working on me, y'all. I don't know. I'm going to change. It's going to change. I ain't going to always be the same. So prepare, enjoy it now, because I ain't gonna always be the same. God's working on me. Some things is going to change, some things is going to get better. I ain't gonna always like the things I used to like because I'm trying to grow. I used to always talk about growth. That's one thing you can never say I did not. I always talked about growth. I always talked about moving in a different direction. I would break down and cry a lot because of the favor God showed me, even in the midst of all my foolishness. Because I know him for myself. I don't need you to tell me about him. I know him for myself. I know him for myself. Okay? I know him for myself. I know change is real. If you just hold on and don't let people pull you away, those people in the dark will not understand. When you start talking about God and people start getting like this, you better not stop talking about God. You keep talking about him. Keep talking about him. Keep calling on him. Because you're not a fool. You doing foolish stuff, but you're not a fool because you know better. And over time, God is going to deliver you from it because you're going to keep calling his name. The atmosphere has to change. Things are going to happen. Listen, long as you call his name, he going to show up. I'm trying to tell you, he he don't ignore his children. He don't ignore his children. He going to show up. And this is for people that's in the bar, that's getting drunk every single day because they can't deal with the reality of life and what the sting that it gives them each and every day. This is for people that's out there smoking crack right now. This is for all the people that are gambling away their mortgage, their electric, their gas, their phone, their food money. This is for the people that's stealing money from other people to live a lifestyle that they know they can't afford to live. This is for the people that's backbiting and back chewing and setting people up and trying to throw crap on their name. God loves, I'm telling you, you start calling on him, he coming for you. If you start calling on him, he coming for you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. He coming for you. He's coming. Everybody. And when he finally returned, he said, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that he is Lord. You call on him in the midst of all that. You're in it because life is hard and you're struggling. And you might have people around you that only know that. And that's fine. But let me tell you something. You keep calling him. He coming. What's up? What's up, fat cat? He's coming. He gonna get you out the casino. In there with your hard-earned money. You work 40, 80 hours a week. And you able to give them your whole check in 8 minutes. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. I'm going to go there today. You work 80 hours. You might have worked 160 straight doubles. And you sit at that machine and you give that man-made machine that got hundreds and thousands of dollars in it that it's been collecting each and every day for the last 10 to 15 years. That same machine been sitting in that same section of the casino on that same nasty piece of rug in the corner with the crack button on the side and the cigarette butts around it, trying to get money back that you will never recoup. I'm going to talk about it because we're not going to win. We're going to feel good because we're not dealing with our issues. I don't care how many groups you in, how many pools you doing. I'm speaking my testimony right now. I don't care how many group pools, how many events. I don't care how you dress it up. You got some issues going on that you need to deal with, and that's a part of covering them up. Because it ain't that fun. Getting drunk and gambling is not that fun. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. Once I came out of that, I realized it was not that fun. It wasn't. It really wasn't. My money was gone before it came to me. It wasn't that fun. It really wasn't. It wasn't. And I refuse to sit up and let anybody else think that if they have a hard week at work, they need to go on the weekend, have some drinks, and sit at the machine and give it all his hard-earned money. And then you do all of that and you lose and you pick up a daggone toaster. You understand me? You pick up a toaster. Do you know that you could have 20 daggone toasters? This is my testimony. I don't know about anybody else. You might not can relate, but this is my testimony. It's frustrating. Do you notice that? Matter of fact, you might not notice it, but I notice it. I'll still cuss from time to time. It'll pop up here and there. But I notice we got stupid people in here. I noticed that the less I went out and hung out like that, the less profanity I use, the less I drink. I don't drink wine as much as I used to. We bought wine for the wine fridge, and that wine been in that wine fridge now for over 2 months. It's been about 2 months. I might have a bottle of wine once a month. Cursing, when I get really, really frustrated, some curse words might pop out and slide out. You know what I mean? But I don't have those desires no more, because I noticed that it was coming from that. Certain behaviors came from that environment. Certain behaviors came from those activities. So then once I came out of that, I saw so many things that I was, how can I say, neglecting in my life. Because when you take away certain things, you leave space. And that space, you figure out what you're going to fill it up with. And I realized it was so many things I was neglecting for me, for my health, for my mental health, for my physical health. I was neglecting certain things. And I said, I'm so glad that I kept calling on the name of Jesus. I said, I am so glad I kept calling. I'm so glad I kept pressing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. But it takes a big girl and a big boy to make big moves by yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you can't step away from certain things or certain people right now. It's okay. It's going to happen. Just keep calling his name. If you feel like you just can't be without these people, or without, these things being available for you, don't worry. Just keep calling his name. It takes big girls and big women. And when I say that, I mean mature. I mean set free from bondage, set free from worrying about what other people think of you, set free from stereotypes, set free from trying to be the it person, the it girl, or the it man, or you know what I'm saying? Set free from all of that and able to see with your own eyes. I need to make some changes. It's not easy. It's not. And it's a lonely, lonely road. But you can do it. Yes, you can. So it's your Nista. This was a variety live, a variety of things, a variety of thoughts, a variety of testimonies, a variety of blessings over my life that I wanted to share with you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed it. It's October, it's Nista month, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be doing so much for me, but I'm gonna make sure that it's fruitful stuff that'll last through my lifetime. Love you guys. Bye.